Beloved, money is not avoiding you, it is waiting for your vibration to call it by name. Wealth is not a distant dream, it is a living energy that responds to those who know its spiritual laws. I tell you this: money has ears, money has memory, and money has direction. And when you align yourself with divine law, money will know your name and come seeking you. Swiftly, surely, and in ways you could never imagine. Most people chase money as if it were a fugitive. They run after opportunities, they exhaust themselves in worry, they cry out, "If only I could make enough!" But money does not respond to desperation, it responds to recognition. It flows to those who understand its true nature, those who see it as energy, not master, servant, not ruler. I say to you, stop chasing what is meant to be magnetized. Stop grasping at what is designed to come to you. Money is like a well-trained messenger. If you do not call it correctly, it cannot deliver. I have taught this truth for years. Nothing is too good to be true. Nothing is too wonderful to happen. Nothing is too good to last. When you hold these words in your spirit, you begin to step into a different rhythm. The rhythm of certainty. And when your vibration shifts to certainty, money hears it. Your name rings out like a bell in the unseen, and provision begins to gather at your feet. You may say, "Florence, how can money recognize me? How can wealth know my name?" The answer is simple, beloved, through your word. Your word is a spiritual signature, a declaration that imprints itself upon the invisible. Every thought, every spoken affirmation, every word of faith you release becomes a calling card in the spiritual realm, and the universe, which is governed by exact law, delivers to you according to that signature. If your words are filled with lack, "I can't afford this," "Money never stays," "I'm always broke," then you have placed the wrong name on your spiritual account. Money does not recognize poverty's voice, it turns away. But when you speak words of faith, "I am divinely supplied. Money is my obedient servant. I call forth riches by divine right," then the flow of wealth hears your name and rushes to serve you. Beloved, the world may tell you that wealth belongs only to a chosen few, but I tell you, you are chosen. If you choose to align, the vibration of your words determines whether money passes you by or stops at your door. And today, I will teach you not only how to call money by name, but how to make it recognize and honor yours. For when you understand this law, you will no longer fear lack, no longer chase riches, no longer struggle. You will command, and it will come. Beloved one, listen carefully, for I will tell you a truth: most never see money is not avoiding you. You are unconsciously pushing it away. Wealth does not withhold itself, the soul repels it through thought, word, and vibration. The law of prosperity is precise. It does not bend to emotion, it does not pity complaint, it does not reward fear. It responds only to the confident vibration of faith and alignment. You may not realize it, but every careless word you speak is a command to the unseen. When you say, "I can't afford this," you are engraving that belief upon the ether. When you sigh, "Money never stays with me," you set in motion forces that fulfill your prophecy. When you declare, "I will always struggle," the universe bows and says, "As you wish." I have often said, your word is your wand. For every statement you make carves out the pattern of your future, and so many unknowingly wield their wand against themselves, writing poverty into their own story. A woman once came to me, distressed over her finances. She worked hard, yet her money slipped through her fingers. I asked her what she often said about her life. She replied, "I always tell people I never have enough." I looked at her lovingly and said, "My dear, that is not a confession, it is a decree. You have signed your name to lack with every word. Change your signature, and wealth will begin to recognize you." She began to declare, "I am abundantly supplied. Money flows freely and joyfully to me." Within weeks, unexpected income arrived and debts were cleared. She had changed her vibration, and money, like an obedient servant, responded. Beloved, money is spiritual energy clothed in material form. It is not evil, nor is it good. It is neutral, like electricity, and it flows where it is invited, respected, and rightly named. Most souls treat money as a tyrant to be feared or a treasure to be chased. They grasp tightly, they panic when it is gone. They speak of it with bitterness or envy. And in doing so, they repel it. Spirit does not allow blessings to flow where they are resented or cursed. Think of a dog called by name. If you call it with love and confidence, it comes bounding to you. But if you shout in fear or anger, it runs away. Money is like that. It responds to your vibration more than your words. Even if you speak affirmations, but your heart trembles with fear, you will block the flow. That is why prayer must be spoken with conviction, not desperation. You must also understand that self-image is tied to your wealth. If deep within you, you believe, "I am unworthy. I do not deserve riches. I am meant to struggle," then no amount of effort will change your results. Spirit cannot give you what you refuse to claim. A king's child does not beg for bread. He takes his seat at the table knowing it is his birthright. You too are heir to divine abundance. But if you carry yourself as a pauper in spirit, you will live like one in form. I recall a man who confessed, "Miss Shinn, I do not feel worthy of success." I told him, "The feeling of unworthiness is an insult to your Creator. You were fashioned in the image of God. To deny yourself abundance is to deny His supply." He began affirming daily, "I am worthy of every good and perfect gift. It is my divine right to be rich in all areas of life." As he walked in that truth, doors opened and his life transformed. His worthiness became his wealth. Another way people repel money is through envy. When they see others prosper, they whisper, "It must be nice for them," or "They don't deserve that." But every jealous word is a curse upon their own blessing. You cannot criticize what you hope to attract. Bless others' wealth, and you make way for your own. When you see riches, say, "That is for me too. What God has done for others, He now does for me." Envy shuts the door, gratitude opens it wide. Beloved, stop rehearsing lack. Stop repeating poverty as if it were your name. The unseen world listens intently to every syllable. Your vibration is your calling card. If you send out signals of fear, resentment, or scarcity, money cannot recognize you. But when you radiate faith, gratitude, and certainty, wealth knows your name and comes like a friend returning home. The Bible says, "You shall decree a thing, and it shall be established unto you." This is not a poetic verse, it is a law. Decree abundance, and it will appear. Decree lack, and it will settle in your life. Your words are not idle, they are orders to the universe. The angels of supply stand ready to deliver, but they need your command, not your complaint. I tell you truly, you are not poor because life has been unfair, you are poor because your vibration has been tuned to poverty. You are not broke because money is scarce, you are broke because you have called yourself so. But this moment can change everything. The instant you change your words, your beliefs, and your inner signature, the law begins to shift in your favor. So I charge you today, speak only what you want to see. If you desire riches, speak riches. If you desire opportunities, declare that they are flowing to you now. When a bill comes, instead of saying, I can't pay this, say, thank you, Spirit, that this is already paid in full. When your bank account looks low, say, I am abundantly supplied. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. This is not wishful thinking. It is law. You are reprogramming your vibration, rewriting your spiritual name, and soon wealth will come because it cannot ignore its call. Beloved, I am not teaching you to chase money. I am teaching you to become the kind of soul money recognizes. You will not run after it. It will run after you. You will not fight for it. It will fight to find you. For when you align with divine law, money ceases to be your master and becomes your servant, responding to your every word like a well-trained messenger. Beloved, let me tell you a mystery the world does not teach. Money is not paper, nor coin, nor number. It is energy. It is Spirit's servant, clothed in physical form. People fear it, chase it, bow to it, or despise it, but very few truly understand it. Money is not your master. It was designed to serve you. When you recognize its spiritual identity, you no longer become enslaved to it. You rise in authority over it. The Bible says, you cannot serve God and mammon, and people misunderstand this to mean money is evil. No, dear one, money is not evil. It is neutral, like a mirror. It reflects the consciousness of the one who holds it. In the hands of the fearful, it multiplies fear. In the hands of the faithful, it multiplies good. Spirit gave humanity money not to worship, but as a tool, an obedient servant to carry out divine purpose. You see, every coin, every dollar, every transaction carries vibration. When you receive money joyfully and bless it, you magnetize more. When you resent paying bills, or curse the cost of living, you repel it. Money listens to your tone, your energy, your words. That is why some people struggle their entire lives. They treat money as a tyrant. They say, money is hard to get. It's evil. It slips away. And so it obeys those commands. I once told a student, money is like a faithful servant. It will follow your instructions to the letter. She was shocked. She had spent years speaking curses over her finances, saying, I can never hold on to money. And indeed, every time she received some, it vanished. When she changed her declaration to, money comes to me easily and stays with me, she began to see her finances shift. The servant simply obeyed its new orders. Money has no will of its own. It is like a lamp that cannot turn itself on. It waits for your hand. And your hand is your word. This is why I say over and over, your word is your wand. Your speech is the command center of your life. Every time you speak, you sign your name on a spiritual check, and heaven and earth respond accordingly. Have you ever noticed how certain people seem to attract wealth wherever they go? It is not luck, it is law. They walk with a sense of worthiness. They speak of abundance as though it were normal, because for them, it is. They have written their name upon the vibration of prosperity, and money recognizes that signature. Others, though gifted or hardworking, repel wealth, because their inner conversation is filled with lack. They speak like beggars, and wonder why they are treated as such. Beloved, your spiritual name is not your earthly name. It is your vibration. Heaven knows you not by what is printed on a passport, but by the energy you carry. The unseen realm recognizes you by your words, your thoughts, your beliefs. If you want money to know your name, you must engrave that name upon the ethers through bold declarations. Say, I am a child of the King. Wealth flows to me in rivers. Money is my obedient servant, and I use it to bless others. Speak it daily, not as wishful thinking, but as law. I once knew a woman who began blessing every dollar that came into her hands. She would say, I bless this money, and it multiplies under grace. She also blessed every bill she paid, saying, I thank God for this bill, for it proves I have been trusted with supply. Within months, her finances shifted dramatically. She learned that gratitude is a magnet and resentment is a barrier. Let us use a metaphor. Imagine money as a trained dog. If you call it with a trembling voice, it may not come. If you scold it or treat it harshly, it will shy away. But if you call it confidently, lovingly, it comes running. Money is not a beast to fear. It is a companion to bless. Treat it with respect, and it will respect you. This is why the teaching of tithing and giving is powerful. It aligns your energy with flow. When you release money joyfully, you tell the universe, I trust supply. I am not afraid of lack. And the universe responds by replenishing you. Hoarding in fear stops the river, generosity keeps it flowing. Beloved, do not speak of money as hard to get. Do not say, there is never enough. Such words slam the door in your own face. Instead, speak with authority. Money knows my name. It flows to me freely. I use it wisely. I release it joyfully. It returns to me multiplied. These are not empty affirmations. They are spiritual decrees, and the law must fulfill them. The spiritual identity of money is divine supply made visible. It is not man-made. It is God's energy expressed in numbers, coins, opportunities, and resources. Once you see money as Spirit's servant, you cease fearing it. You begin commanding it, and when you stand in that authority, wealth recognizes your vibration as its rightful master. Let me remind you, you were never meant to chase money. You were meant to speak, and it would come. You were never designed to struggle. You were designed to command. The servant must obey the master. And you, beloved, are not the servant of lack. You are heir to abundance. Speak as such, live as such. And soon money will not pass you by. It will bow to your name. Beloved, now that you understand money's nature, let me give you the keys to call it by name and make it recognize yours. Money, like every blessing, flows through spiritual law, not human struggle. It does not come because you worry, toil, or chase. It comes because you are in harmony with it. And harmony begins with your word, your vision, and your vibration. The first key is to call money forth with confidence. Say out loud, money knows my name. Wealth flows to me freely. I am divinely supplied. Speak it every morning as you rise, every evening as you rest, until your subconscious accepts it as fact. Many people pray for money, but their prayers are soaked in fear. They whisper, please, God, help me somehow. Yet their hearts declare, I don't believe it will happen. That is not a prayer, beloved. That is a vibration of doubt, and doubt repels supply. But when you speak with authority, your words ring out into the ethers, summoning substance from the unseen. The second key is to give money a purpose. Money is energy. It flows where there is clarity. If your mind is scattered, your supply is scattered. Say clearly, "This wealth comes to bless my life, my family, and all I touch." Assign your money a holy task. The universe loves order. Spirit blesses intentionality. When you call money not just to hoard, but to circulate in love and purpose, its flow becomes constant. The third key is to bless every dollar that passes through your hands. Stop saying, "I never have enough." Instead, bless what you have. Hold your wallet, your bank card, your checkbook, and declare, "I bless this money, and it multiplies under grace." Blessing what you have sanctifies it and prepares it to grow. Spirit cannot multiply what you curse, but it will always multiply what you bless. I recall a woman who adopted this practice faithfully. She was deep in debt and terrified of her bills. I told her, "Stop cursing your bills. Bless them." She began saying, "I bless this bill, for it proves I have been trusted with supply." Spirit pays this in full, easily and under grace. Slowly, her fear turned to faith, and in time, every debt was cleared. She had stopped calling herself a debtor, and started calling herself supplied, and the law rearranged her affairs accordingly. The fourth key is visualization. Money responds to mental pictures as much as to words. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and see yourself living in abundance. Imagine yourself writing checks with joy, not fear. Picture your wallet full, your bank account overflowing, your body clothed in peace and security. Do this daily. The images you hold in mind are spiritual blueprints, and money will follow the pattern you create. The fifth key is gratitude before manifestation. Do not wait until the blessing is visible to give thanks. Thank God now. Say, "I give thanks that money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways. I thank you, Father, that I am rich in every good thing." Gratitude is proof of faith, and faith is irresistible to spirit. When you are truly grateful before you see, you shift from begging to receiving. Beloved, calling money by name is not begging God for cash. It is aligning yourself with the river of abundance that has always been flowing. It is speaking law, not hope. The universe is not ignoring you, it is obeying your vibration. If you speak as a pauper, the universe treats you as such. If you speak as royalty, heaven rearranges itself to serve you. I once knew a man who constantly said, "I am always broke." And indeed, he was. I told him, "Change your words, and you will change your life." Say, "I am rich in divine substance, and wealth flows to me freely." At first, he felt foolish, but he persisted. Soon opportunities opened, and his finances turned. He had changed his spiritual signature, and money recognized him. There is also power in commanding money lovingly. Do not fear it or resent it. Speak to it as a friend. When you receive payment, hold it and say, "I bless you," and send you out to multiply and return. When you spend, say, "I release you to circulate under grace, and you return to me increased." These words set wealth in motion, like ripples in water. And finally, the greatest key, speak your wealth into existence daily. Affirm boldly, "I am rich in divine ideas, and they produce wealth." Money knows my name, it is drawn to me now. I live in God's storehouse, I cannot lack. Say these not once, but as a daily declaration, until wealth becomes your natural language. Beloved, money is not cruel or scarce, it is obedient. It waits for a master, not a victim. When you step into your authority as a child of God, you stop chasing and start attracting. You stop hoping and start knowing. You stop worrying and start commanding. This is not arrogance. It is alignment with divine law. I say to you now, introduce yourself to wealth. Stand boldly and declare, money, I am your rightful steward. You know my name, and you come to me now. Speak it, believe it, live it, and you will see doors swing open and opportunities flow. For spirit will not deny the soul who knows their name in heaven and on earth. Beloved, now that you have learned to call money by name, you must learn to live as the master, not the beggar. For too many souls pray for abundance, yet carry themselves as if they were still poor. They affirm wealth, yet their posture whispers fear. They call forth blessings, yet their actions contradict their words. Spirit cannot deliver to a house divided. Your vibration must match your declaration. To live as the master means to walk in dignity, regardless of appearances. It means you no longer let circumstances dictate your emotions, because you know that spirit is your supply, not the world. You may have little in your hand today, but if you carry yourself like an heir, soon you will live like one. The beggar waits to see before believing. The master believes before seeing, and the law fulfills his faith. I once told a student who was drowning in debt, stop acting as if you are poor. Begin to thank God as if every bill were paid. Treat yourself as one who is trusted with abundance. She began dressing well, speaking boldly, and blessing every dollar she spent. In time, unexpected opportunities came, and her debts vanished. Why? Because she had stepped into the energy of mastery. She no longer begged the universe, she commanded her good. To live as the master is not arrogance, beloved. It is alignment with truth. You are not a pauper scraping for crumbs. You are a child of the King. Spirit does not ration blessings. The universe is not stingy. There is more than enough supply for every soul on earth, but most people refuse to claim it. They act like beggars before a banquet table, not realizing that everything they desire has already been prepared. Mastery begins with thought. Guard your mind as you would guard a treasure chest. No longer allow fear or lack to dominate your inner conversation. When a fearful thought comes, say aloud, "This is not true for me. I walk in abundance. I live in divine supply." Replace worry with declaration, anxiety with thanksgiving. Your mind is the throne room of your life. Make sure only royal decrees are spoken there. Next, live with generosity. Masters are never afraid to give, because they know giving keeps the river of supply flowing. I have often said, giving opens the way for receiving. A clenched fist cannot receive. Release your money joyfully. Bless every gift you give, every bill you pay, every donation you sow, saying, "I release this under grace, and it returns to me multiplied." A beggar hoards out of fear, a master gives in faith, and because of that faith, they never lack. Begin also to carry yourself with gratitude. Masters are grateful long before they see the manifestation. Say daily, "Thank you, Father, that I am rich, healthy, loved, and guided. Gratitude is proof of mastery because it says, I trust spirit more than appearances. The beggar complains about the little they have. The master blesses it and watches it grow. Another step to mastery is expectation. The beggar hopes. The master expects. Expectation is faith dressed in action. When you expect abundance, you prepare for it. You arrange your life to receive it. Just as a bride prepares for her wedding day, you must prepare for your blessing. Clean your home, organize your finances, and make space for wealth. Spirit loves order, and preparation is faith in motion. Beloved, let us return to this truth. You are not here to chase money. You are here to master it. Money is your servant. Speak to it kindly but firmly. Command it to flow under grace. Refuse to fear it or idolize it. Use it as a tool to bless others, not as a measure of your worth. A master of money is never ruled by it. They direct it, like a conductor directs an orchestra, and the symphony of their life plays beautifully. I recall a man who feared every dollar he spent. He clutched his wallet as if money would never return. I told him, your fear is cutting off the flow. Start blessing every payment. Say, money flows freely and returns to me multiplied. He obeyed, and in time, his income grew. The law had been waiting for his shift from fear to mastery. To live as the master also means walking in joy, even when your bank account seems small. Joy is a magnet. When you smile, give thanks, and carry yourself like one already blessed, you draw more blessings. The beggar waits for circumstances to change before rejoicing. The master rejoices first, and the circumstances change to match their vibration. So I charge you today, rise into your true identity. Stop speaking lack. Stop thinking like a victim. Stop approaching life as though you are at its mercy. Stand tall, speak boldly, call money by name, and live as if it already knows yours. You are not meant to survive, you are meant to thrive. Not meant to scrape by, but to overflow. Not meant to fear money, but to master it. Begin this moment. Place your hand over your heart and declare, I am a child of the King. I am rich in divine ideas, and they produce wealth. Money is my obedient servant, and it flows to me in perfect ways. I give freely, I receive joyfully, and I walk in abundance now. Repeat these words until they are etched into your spirit. Speak them over every bill, every payment, every opportunity, and every empty space in your life. Fill that space with faith, and soon it will be filled with supply. Beloved, you have prayed for wealth long enough. Now is the time to live as though it is yours, because in spirit it already is. Take your rightful place as master, not beggar. Walk in gratitude, act in faith, speak with authority. The law is exact. It will bow to your word and deliver what is already written in heaven's storehouse. And when you live as a master, you will never chase money again. It will chase you.